Hi, this is Michael.
And Robin Thompson.
There's still a pandemic in the world, and it's not COVID. It was here before COVID, and unfortunately, it will be here after. It's isolation.
Webster's dictionary defines isolation as the state of one who is alone, a condition of being or feeling apart or cut off from other humans, separation, detachment from others.
So for 2 years, I worked from home every single day. At first, everybody, when people go, "Oh man, you work from home, that's great." First 2 months, it was awesome, and then it wasn't. It started taking its toll on me. I didn't realize how much it was taking its toll on me at first.
There are reasons we feel alone. It may be our current reality. Perhaps we've suffered a recent loss and we have no one to share that with, or just don't know how to share. It can also be from our past. Maybe we experienced being missed as a child. Even abused or trauma in our stories can be weighty reasons that we feel alone in later seasons of life.
This is such a stark contrast to that for which we were made. We were made for connection, belonging, for secure attachment, for loving relationships. We were made for intimacy with God and with each other. When we're wounded, however we are wounded, we are so often left alone, which drives the messages of the wounding even deeper. I am alone. I am the only one struggling with this. No one will come for me. No one cares.
Oh, how opportunistic the enemy of our heart is, whispering the message, "You are alone."
The time I can remember most vividly and most recently was COVID. I don't think COVID was the cause. COVID was simply the catalyst.
Really, twice in our marriage, we've had periods where we've been really isolated. Both times is when I've taken new jobs and we've had to move out of state. And initially, I've had to move ahead.
So for 2 years, I worked from home every single day. At first, everybody, when people go, "Oh man, you work from home, that's great." First 2 months, it was awesome, and then it wasn't. It started taking its toll on me. I didn't realize how much it was taking its toll on me at first.
I still had community, and you were you were nobody. You had your apartment.
They're the times that were
Yeah,
the most difficult.
I would say so.
It seems like such a small thing, but having a group of people that you are not afraid to share not just your life, but your mess ups with. Like, I love my wife. I love you to death. But there's a reason, like you need a good group of men in your life.
Because the enemy had been whispering so many different lies to us. Like, you felt isolated, and I felt like I had to do everything, and those weren't truth.
I wouldn't say that our marriage was like bad, but it wasn't good, if that makes sense. It wasn't everything it could be.
Mm-hmm.
The anger and the resentment and just a plethora of things I was feeling.
It was the loneliness, and keep hearing that I deserved to be lonely because I'd made a bad decision for our family. I wasn't worthy of having people around me, having friends. Really got into myself and was very isolated.
The past couple of years of just feeling isolated, feeling like there was no, the hopelessness. We all need quiet time, but that's not how we're meant to live. We're meant to commune with one another and lift each other up.
God showed up in small ways throughout this period of time.
God showed up, he saw the need, and he met it big time.
God wants us to not just be in communion with each other, with our spouses, but he wants us to be in fellowship with our brothers and our sisters.
Just knowing that I have not only him, but that I have women that I can go to and that I can talk to.
Whenever you start sharing your problems with somebody else, like we say, like, me too, and then you form a bond.
Developed some relationships. We didn't feel so isolated.
We were able to do community with them and develop friendships and develop resources for ourselves and as a couple and as a man and a woman, just in our walk.
Yeah, they're more like family than friends now.
The healthier my relationships with others are, the healthier then my relationship with her becomes.
To be able to reach out and to be with others and to minister to others like that. So this has really been a blessing for us too.
So Zoweh's been a huge impact in our home,
Yes.
in our marriage.
Yeah.
It's and good.
Absolutely.
What incredible stories. At Zoweh, we are committed to creating environments and resources that help men, women, and marriages experience the love of God and engage their story in purposeful ways that help bring healing and hope and a sense of connection, care, and belonging.
Jesus said it in John 10:10, I came that you might have life and have it to the full. He also said in the same verse that the enemy comes to steal, kill, and destroy. The prince of this dark world works constantly to see that image bearers live with something to hide, prove, and fear. These are powerful ingredients to isolation. It was Thoreau who said, most men live lives of quiet desperation and go to their grave with a song still in them. Men are craving connection.
Women experience isolation when they feel disconnected from meaningful relationships by way of comparison, shame, or fear of rejection. When faced with a myriad of responsibilities and not enough hours in the day, a challenging season of motherhood, a chronic illness, or untended trauma, women often feel unseen, unsupported, and alone. They feel isolated.
If men and women are aching and hurting, suffering from isolation, then marriages and relationships are suffering. The enemy knows that if they can get one suffering from isolation, it's just a matter of time before they get the other and can end a marriage. You've probably heard the starfish story, where the boy is walking on the beach and he's just picking up a starfish and throwing it back into the ocean. And an onlooker, a man, comes along and says, son, what are you doing? And he then says, I'm rescuing these starfish. And the man looks at the beach and says, son, there's starfish everywhere. Do you really think you're making a difference? And the boy says, as he picks up a starfish and tosses it back into the ocean, I made a difference to that one.
You can make a difference. Come with us to help give hearts an opportunity to connect, belong, and flourish in ways that help to end isolation. Experiencing being loved is the most powerful antidote for isolation.
You can partner with us and fuel this mission by becoming a monthly, annual, or end-of-year donor. Together, we can continue to create environments and resources for men, women, and marriages so they can discover the love they were created for and end their isolation. Go to www.zoweh.org/end isolation and join us and make a difference.